Okay, this is going to be a VFR flight, but we will actually check the avionics as though we were going to do an IFR trip just locally.
Further approaches after this one, or just
so 10995 is the ILS at Gloucester. Since we're not on that runway, they may or may not be moment. It's set at GPS at the moment, so we need onto VLOC on there, and we listen on nav1. So we get the ident and it's showing a sensible indication. It's telling us to fly right, which will be corrected. We were landing on runway 27. Okay. So back again, we've got only staying in the locality, so there's no other aid to set up there particularly. Everything is on 12855. We won't be speaking to any other frequency, so normally we would set the standby as well, but we won't today. Come down then to the second GPS. One we use, put in the beacon. Off. Tango. The reason for that is drives that second needle RMI so that the ADF and the GPS are pointing at the same point at the same beacon. Agree. There's a slight error between them, but that's the ADF. And we will check also the ILS on box 2. So we need that set into VLOC, nav2, same process. This one wants a little press here to get the ident. It's now showing ID.
Golf Echo Echo, caution a Bowser on taxiway hotel via heli south, standard helicopter departure south, clear for takeoff.
So that's the correct Morse, so we've checked that the ILS is working on both boxes. We can't, from the Gloucester here where we are, we can't check any VORs, they're all too far away. We'll just see if the DME is working properly with the ident, 10995. And the ADF, that's correct, and we usually just pop the ADF off and see whether the needle parks, which it did. So, we've checked all our avionics quite speedily and effectively, and now we're ready to taxi. Okay, we'll just check the brakes. We'll have brakes. We'll come round to the line and then we'll be looking for taxi clearance. Gloucester Golf Victor Papa Lima with Bravo 1008, request taxi.
Golf Victor Papa Lima Gloucester Tower, taxi holding point Echo 1, cross runway 27. Give way if necessary to an RF6 taxiing out via Alpha.
Echo 1, cross 27, giving away Golf Papa Lima. Just note the fuel that we started with, 268 litres, we were off blocks now. Do try and write down pretty well everything for instrument flying, so in an ideal world at the end of the flight you should be able to reconstruct it from your notes. Okay, so looking in both directions, and we'll now do our instrument checks. So we'll start with a turn to the left. Turn to the left, numbers decreasing, numbers decreasing, numbers decreasing. Turn left, skid right, the horizon's level, the VSI is 0 and the ADF is tracking. Okay, so we'll just come left and get another turn to the right in, or correction, we'll get a turn to the right in. Turn to the right, numbers are increasing, increasing, increasing. Turn right, skid left, the horizon's level because we've got 2, ADF is tracking and the VSI is 0. So we've done the very best we can to check all our instruments. And on a day when it's got a very low cloud base, that's absolutely vital. You don't want to be hurtling off into the murk only to find that something's not working, do you? Okay, move on to our power checks. Nothing behind us. Brakes are set. Temperatures and pressures are good. We will go on the right tank, which is the fullest. Mixture's rich, prop is max, throttle up to 2000 RPM. Check the prop. 1 click left. 2 clicks left. That's the mags checked. We have got vacuum. Check idle. And we're seeing charge over here at 13.4. And we set the engine analyzer to cylinder 4, which is the critical one, and then we come back on the mixture to lean so we don't oil the plugs up. Okay.
Line up, wait 27, control trigger.
Okay, now our pre-takeoffs. Trim is set for takeoff. Throttle friction is tight. Flaps, we have one stage, and we check visually. Mags are on both. Doors are good. Harness. Gauges are in the green. Altimeters are looking sensible and cross-checked. Controls are full and free. Transponders just 7,000 today. We don't need any nav aids. We're going out to the southwest, but we will bug that. We'll go out on about
120 basic service,
220. We'll pull up to the line.
Golf Echo ready for rejoin.
Golf Echo remains south of runway 27, clear to land, surface wind 2109.
Wind 727, clear land, Echo.